Hello, 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 hello. Here I am, Jimmy Bees, the philosopher painting. Or am I the painting philosopher? I don't know. The philosopher painting. I've done that painting not long ago. That's my 7th painting. I've not finished it yet. I was struggling with that because I was smoking a lot of green and trying to learn how to paint when you're really foggy and not really got like, it takes a lot of work to do a painting and you've got to take your time. And I'd end up painting. Next thing you know, I've covered up the whole area in the wrong colours and all sorts. So it was very frustrating. The first few initial paintings, I mean, it's coming out okay. They're coming out okay, but you really do need to be switched on in life. You know, when you're doing anything, painting requires patience and attention. Some might just want to throw a load of stuff around. Me personally, I'm trying to. I want to be able to do fantastic paintings. That's my aim. That's my aim, to do fantastic paintings. I've done 7 paintings right now, and apart from these kind of things, you see that there? Where to now, huh? That was one of my paintings that I was not doing very good with because I was getting a bit fed up. So I was like, I didn't feel it. I weren't feeling it. Like this one here. Now these ain't very good. You can't see what that says on there, but it looks like that's meant to say abstract art. But if you look real closely there, there's an S and H, and it says abstract shart. All right, because that's what a lot of abstract stuff is. It's pretty sharty. All right. So this is a new one. I've heard that you've got to do an orange background for some reason, and this is a nice picture. I'm doing this one again because I didn't do it very well, and I think it was my 2nd painting that I'd attempted, or 3rd or 4th painting that I'd attempted, and I'll show you a picture. I've got a picture here. May not have. Anyway, no, I haven't got that. Anyway, there's the painting, the picture of that one I've just painted. It ain't bad, is it? I mean, you can more or less say slightly different blues, obviously, but not bad. Hey, not bad. It's good with that paint that there. That makes that area there look really alive. Actually, I felt that putting up that light on it. But this is my new studio. It's not bad. I'm happy enough with it. But see what I've done here, because I had the best type of palette. Because I had a wooden old palette, and it was cracking on me, and it weren't very big enough. It was not big enough. So what I've done is I thought I'll get some tiles. So I've got some white tiles from what we call a recycle centre down the town. And they're really, really good to put some paint on. They're really good to put the paint on. They don't cost nothing. I got them for $5 and 2 things. Should have had them for nothing, to be honest, but that's alright. So this is my new painting area, because I was doing it up in the front room, and I've got 4 kids, and it's pretty noisy up there, so it was getting a little bit frustrating, trying to get some work done. But I've come down here, and this is my garage, half my garage, and I originally put that wall up. That's not bad either, is it? Yeah. Just a minute. My son coming in, invade my space. He comes in here, in the computer room, alright? Got a little play seat. I love this thing. I love that, yeah? That thing's great. But again, like painting, that racing simulator, man, you got to spend some time on it. And I am fortunate enough to have been granted a nice car last year. A nice WRX STI. I've been on this for a couple of years. The next thing you know, I bought myself a fast car, spare at the moment. Didn't go down well with the wife, but what does? Yeah, what does go down well with the wife if it's anything that was, for me? Nothing. All right. I have to prioritise everything else, but I don't know what happened. I just said yes to the guy when he rang me up about the car when I was in the pub and had 2 pints. I was like, yes. $90,000. Yeah, a lot of money. I got a paint and decorate business. And went to one of these AMP shows, Animal and Produce, and they have loads of them going on, loads of stuff here. Like one of these big shows that sells all. And I was looking at all these nice cars, and I thought I might buy myself a nice car for a weekend, maybe 10 grand, you know, and something nice to look after on the weekends and take out for a drive on my own. And next thing you know, I see this car. It wasn't the one I bought, but I thought, because all the other cars at the A&P show were like 100,000, Audi's $250,000. Now this is NZ dollars, so if you was to go in American, that's about half the price. But I'm like, man, Jesus, man, the money they're asking. And the next thing you know, I see this like WRX ST, which was a 20, and I know I'm off the painting subject. All right. Tea, and no more weed. Is what's going on with me. So I'm going to start doing some really good paintings. Anyway, bought the car, spare at the moment, and if I'm driving that thing regularly, yeah, that simulator, my control in the car is much better. And I'm off that, and I get in that car, and if I go for a bit of a drive, I know that I'm not on point. Yeah, so it's like practice. You've got to practice all these things. It's the same with the painting. You need to be taking your time practicing. It's very fine stuff. No matter what you're going to paint, most likely you're going to do, it's going to need a reasonable amount of attention. Anyway, gone on a bit. Like the sound of my own voice. Like what I'm doing. Anyway, so I've stopped smoking weed, which is going to be good for my painting. Yeah. No other paintings in here, actually. That thing. It's not really a painting, is it? Look. Some abstract. Yeah, put my thinking cap on. Apparently that's from. I don't know what's that show that all the kids are liking. Stranger Things. I didn't know, but my mum brought it back over. Or my sister. But I thought well, it'd be good for painting, you know. Anyway, so what have I got to bring to the table? All right. My wife had advertised one of my pictures on Facebook. I want to get better and start doing a bit better before I start trying to sell them. The funny thing is, I've noticed that I'm a bad critic of my own work, and it's hard to like your own stuff because if you become a bit of a perfectionist, and that's what we're trying to do when we paint, it's hard to be content. I mean, every time I'm sort of feeling, I'm saying, "Oh, that's done." You know, and in my head I'm like, no, I could probably spend some more and more time doing all these things, but I'm like, just get your skills up and then spend more time on them or go back to them. But there, look at that. No, I love the way that, see that there, that you can't really, but that bit of mountain, I've not liked that mountain. That bit of mountain was such a bugger to try and get, and I just couldn't get it feeling real. And let's have a look. And how's that look now? Oh, shite. Oh. All right, there you go. But it's not bad, is it? I'll tell you the truth, mate. I struggled with that painting. I struggled with that. It took me ages. As you can see, I'm not professional. All right? I ain't professional at all this. But it's just the way it is. Now, what way do I have this around? Hang on a minute. Did have it a particular way before. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, so I need a nice bright light in here because it's let's put this back up. There you go. We're back. So philosophy, yeah, all right. Know thyself, yeah. Know thyself, all right. Learn about the self, yeah. If I could recommend you any author to read, I suppose that makes sense. If I recommend any authors to read his work, would be a guy called James Allen. His books are quite short, but they're really, well, it worked wonders for me because I struggled when I was learning about philosophy, or whatever. I'd be going over the same page over and over, and it took quite a bit for me to start grasping what was going on. But nowadays, like, you know, I can read most stuff and sort of grasp it in advance. I'm like, I'm getting all this. But know thyself, okay? Know that the lower self in you is the thing that's reactive, desirable, unhappy, angry, all these ways about you, okay? They're all parts and ways of the lower self. And they're, you know, you don't think about consequences. It will be like it's You know, when you're in of the lower state, and like say when you get drunk, that's a real lower state conditioned. Or some people in certain places in the world, or no matter where, people of lower state, they're like, no, you just see them, they just look like an animal, you know what I mean? You can see it in the eyes, okay? So when you're more developed, you're more of an understanding soul, you're more empathetic, more compassionate, more, well, I say them things, but I don't know if you really truly are, because you don't, I don't empathize so much with the lower self, and I don't think to myself, I just think that's just their current position and that's okay. You know, it's like, I don't think, if I see an animal, get another animal for food, I don't think, I just think this is what this place is. And I also think and know that the same consciousness runs for us all. So that one life that we hold really dear, well, the higher self is the same consciousness in everyone and everything. And you can call it God if you like. So it doesn't matter. When you become of the higher self, it's like, mate, this is just one form of mine. This is just one form, okay? You're not that form. You believe yourself to be Peter, Jane, Bob, or whatever your name may be. You go, that's me, but that's not you. All right, that's just a fabrication of this environment. What's true to you is the I, yeah, the consciousness. That's the real true self, the real high self. But there's levels to it, and as you develop and you become more and more knowing and understanding, you can recognize it in everybody. And the more you know it, the more you recognize it, you don't really want to entertain it too much, because you're like, it's a selfish thing. Okay? But anyway, I just thought I'd just put this video on for the sake of it. Okay? And do a little summit because I haven't done anything. This is going to be my 8th painting. Because as I say, that was my 7th. Yeah? And they've been a bit bigger. A bit bigger than the other ones. And them ones there, which was, they're not but I have done some. But anyway, that's my 7th painting. 7th oil painting. Yeah, it ain't bad. Some would say it's pretty good. Yeah. Watch this space. Alright, watch this space, okay? I've got a lot to do. Anyway, much love. Keep it real. Power to the people. Alright? Do not consent. Beware of false idols and prophets. Alright? Much love.